like we know, the PR pathway is getting tougher by the day. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lilian Uja. Today I bring you something very exciting. Now there's a new pathway for skilled workers. Now this pathway is going to interest you if you're a skilled worker who is looking to come into Canada as a permanent resident. This video is for you. And if you're already in Canada, you're a student, or you're working but you don't have a permanent residence yet, then this video could also help you. So I'm going to give you all the details. So watch this video to the very end. And if you know anyone who needs this information, this is a good time to, share this video with them so they can get this information. Now, right into the video. Now guys, this route or this program is for semi-skilled workers. I'm referring to workers who are in the category 4 or 5, okay? Now, actually, like you all know, in Canada, all job categories are classified by numbers. We have from 0, we have 1, we have 2, and we have 4, and we have 5. Now, this program is only for 4 and 5 categories. I'm going to give you more details. I'm going to break it down into very simple bits you can understand. Now, like I explained to you guys, this program is going to run for 2 years. Like it's a tester program. It's going to run for 2 years from 2024, which is the current year we're in currently, to 2026. So I'm going to put a link of the categories, the tier categories. Like I said, tier 1, we have tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 4, tier 5. So now for these categories, depending on the kind of job you do, you will be, categorized into any of these numbers. Now for tier 4 and 5, for tier 4, let's talk about the tier 4 first of all. Tier 4 category workers are people who have, a diploma in a course, okay, that they have studied, or who require an amount of, training on the job, for them to get certified in that job. Example of people who are in the tier 4 category will be home childcare providers. We'll talk about people in sales, people who do retail. Now for the tier 5 category, we're talking about people who need short-term on-the-job training, people who have done short-term training in, handcrafting, like landscaping, laborers, people like drivers who do door-to-door deliveries. Those are the kind of people who fall under the tier 5 category. What excites me actually in this program is that this program is focused on people who are semi-skilled. Now, talking about people who do not have so much professional, skills, but are working, people who do a lot of handcrafts, like people who work in hotels, like waitresses, delivery men, laborers, people who do landscaping, all of these people who do those semi-skilled jobs. Before now, the PR pathway was focused on people who are highly skilled. But on this one, it's kind of focused on those who have these other skills, semi-skilled workers. And I think that it's a game changer because it's covering people who do not really have that high qualification. So if you're someone within this category, or you have skills, or you have, you have experience in this field, you can take advantage of these routes to get into Canada as a permanent resident from day one. Now, one thing I wanted to know is that before now, the job categories in tier 4 and tier 5 were not really considered for permanent residents, right? So a lot of people who come here or who are here who do those jobs are not able to, apply for permanent residence with those jobs. Like people who are waitresses, people who probably are here as students who finally got jobs as waitresses or laborers or something, or even drivers, maybe maintaining those jobs, trying to find better jobs. They're not able to use those jobs to apply for permanent residence. But right now, the government has created a route for them, meaning that as a waitress, as a laborer, as a cleaner, as a housekeeper, as a driver, as whatever it is you are under the semi-skilled job category, you can apply to become a permanent resident. Guys, this is a game changer. It is a game changer. Now, one thing that this does to employers of this kind of people is that it creates a high job turnover for them. People come to work because they need money to take care of their bills. But because it does not give them the end goal, which is the permanent residence, they end up looking for other jobs. They don't concentrate on those jobs. They look for other jobs and they leave those jobs. At the end of the day, most of the employers, have to deal with high turnover, with this kind of people, with this kind of employees, but right now that is just going to be a different situation because with this new policy by IRCC or the government of Canada, this would help, these employers, have people that they have people in their workforce and maintain those people for a long time. So this program is just going to be like the Canadian Experience class, okay? It's going to mirror the same, situation with the Canadian Experience class. If you don't know what the Canadian Experience class is, it's for those who have schooled here in Canada and they have to work for at least 1 year before they can apply for permanent residence. That's what it means, okay? So this program is also going to be like that. So it's going to be like you work for 1 year as in that role, and then you can apply for permanent residence. But the other thing about this program is that you have to be in Canada already, working in a Canadian company. So you have to be here basically. So it's mainly for those who are already in Canada and who are looking for a pathway to permanent residence. Guys, if you're getting value from this video, please support my channel by giving it a thumbs up. That's one way to show YouTube that this video is interesting and it should go to much more people. Thank you very much. Actually, we are hoping that this program starts off before the end of the year. The government has not given us any specific date yet on when the program is going to start off. And they haven't given us any particular jobs. They just gave a paraphrasing and said people in those categories. Okay, so you want to continue to watch my channel because I'm going to, keep updating you as time goes as we get more information from the government. One thing I know for sure is that this plan or this program is going to be focused on occupations in demand. So even in those categories of workers I mentioned earlier, the government is going to be focusing on what they need, the kind of jobs they need per province. So maybe say in Alberta they need more laborers than what they need in Ontario. So you want to start getting all your documents ready so that once the program is announced and it's taking off, you're one of the first set of people putting in your application for this program. Now, don't get it twisted, don't get it mixed up. If you're able to get a job in any of the higher knock codes, which is 0, 1, 2, or 3, then it's better to get a job there and stay there because you have more options for permanent residence through those, through those categories. But if you perchance you are not able to get a job in any of those categories and you are able to find one in a 4 or 5 category, then this is a good one for you. It's wise actually to have as many PR pathways as possible, because if you're relying on just one PR pathway, it limits your options and we never know what could happen. But if you are in any of the higher categories, say the 0, 1, 2, 3 knock codes, you are exposed or you have opportunities for other PR pathways, so you're not limited because like we know, the PR pathway is getting tougher by the day. So you want to be sure that you are not losing, guard on anything at all that you need to do. So if you're not sure what TEER code means, or if you don't know what TEER code your job specification falls under, I'm going to leave a link in my description box below. All you need to do is click on the link and read through. You will find different jobs in different categories. This will help you plan so that you can know where you fall under and know what your options are. One thing that this pathway that the government is about to introduce will do is that it will help a lot of smaller, smaller towns or, cities in Canada. When we talk about Canada, a few places come to mind. We talk about Ontario, we're talking about a few places in Toronto. We're talking about Alberta, we're talking about Calgary, we're talking about Edmonton. There are other places in Alberta that people don't know about, Now, if we talk about all of these provinces, people just know about a few or maybe 1 or 2 of the big cities that are in those cities. Now, one thing this will do is that it's going to help those smaller cities where people don't know about, those smaller cities people don't talk about. It's going to help development in those cities. How do I mean? Because a lot of people do not like to go to those places because most of the times the kind of jobs you'll find in small cities are the job categories in Tier 4 and in Tier 5. And a lot of people know that those jobs will not end up giving you PR. That was before this program, right? But right now, with this program, with the invention of this program, what it's going to do for those places is that it's going to help employees remain in those places. It's going to help them stay there because at the end of the day, they are able to transition to becoming permanent residents even with those jobs. Okay, so this is going to impact the overall development of those smaller towns. It's going to make things better for the economy of Canada. That's my thinking about this program, and I know that this program is going to be beneficial to both the government to both Canada's economy and to both the employees at the end of the day. So guys, that's all you need to know about the program. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing you details as things unfold. As we get more information, I'll come here and then share it with you guys. If you've not subscribed to this channel, I want you to subscribe to my channel so that when this information comes, you are first to know. And if you have not liked this video, please like my video, and I appreciate you all for always coming back. I'll see you on the very next one. Be good, guys.